Oh, I came back 7 minutes early. Oops. Alright, we'll have to play an extra 7 minutes to hit 12. It's tight.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Hold it! Don't leave me behind! Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're not being misled, are we? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! I hope they get what's coming to them. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. Excuse me, please do not leave me behind. Popping up like crazy. Battle after battle. We've got to get through it. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. Man, not these guys.
That is twice now that I've seen them right here. Is that a spot? Is that a secret spot? Is that the goal? Is that where I need to be?
First, take a deep breath. Man, not these guys.
Maybe not.
This is bad. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Why are you being weird?
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
I gave you plenty of trees.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky.
Why are you scrounging like I gave you nothing? Got a cat hair in my mouth. Gross.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Excuse me.
Hold it! Don't leave me behind! Come on, let's hurry! Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills to the test. Popping up like crazy. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's it.
You need help? Come here. And then you figure it out on your own. God damn it. Excuse me. Just to be annoying, an extra, I might swap every 30 minutes if we don't get anything.
It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat.
To the other spot that has Mish. I feel like the other spot has a higher chance for them to be 5s as well. I don't know.
Not good.
I could be wrong. Just an observation. But the Mish are way less likely to be grouped with other enemies here.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. It's over.
think there's 3 different groups of Mish over in the other area. And then there's like
Come on, let's hurry.
maybe 2 here.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Excuse me, please do not leave me behind. I hope they get what's coming to them. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's the end of that.
God damn it! What is their rare drop? Did I just get fucked? Tell me. I need to know. Where's Killer? No, that's Niche. Where's Killer? No. 4%. Resurrection is their rarest. Wait, no, I've seen Resurrection. Excuse me.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help us put our skills to the test. Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. It's very hot. Be careful. This isn't good. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. It's very hot. Be careful. We're not being misled, are we? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! It's very hot. Be careful.
Doesn't seem very good.
This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Battle after battle. We've got to get through it. Man, not these guys. Entering battle, everyone. This one's tricky. Those guys are no challenge at all.
That's so painful. So fucking close, bro. That's twice now in this stream that I've gotten like the lunar ribbon and the meat, but like 1 fight apart. Literally like 1 fight. That's crazy.
Watch out, everyone! Ow! Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! First, take a deep breath. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky.
That's crazy that Resurrection's the one. Ugh. That's so bad. I mean, I don't know what it should be, but I should have been able to move on there, but Resurrection's a fucking useless item. I'm pretty sure I can already buy infinite of those.
I hope they get what's coming to them. Here they come. Watch out, everyone! Come on, let's get going.
We need 4 to 5 more groups.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help us put our skills to the test. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's it. First, take a deep breath. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Don't fall behind, okay? I'll take you on. Watch out, everyone! What the heck is going on? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This is not sitting right with me. Watch out, everyone! Man, not these guys.
Excuse me.
Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky.
Yeah, 4 more fights. If I get all 5s.
This is not
5
sitting right with me.
more. If I get a 4.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Got some pretty good
Courage and
spawn
foolhardiness
rate
are not the
here.
same thing.
Things aren't bad.
This should help us put our skills to the test. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. I'll take you on. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. Oh man, I'm a goner.
Jesus Christ.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This isn't good.
Alright, 15 minutes.
I'll take you on.
And
Watch
then
out,
we'll
everyone!
swap to the other area. Excuse me.
I hope they get what's coming to them. Here they come. This one's tricky. Watch out, everyone! Uh-oh. Not good. Oh, man. I'm a goner. crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. Watch out, everyone! Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Ow! Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. I'll take you on. This one's tricky. This should help us put our skills to the test. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're not being misled, are we? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This isn't good. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Battle after battle. We've got to get through it. Don't fall behind, okay? Watch out, everyone!
That's a 3.
Not these guys. This one's tricky.
It did.
Good job, everyone.
That's pretty rare. Two is the lowest I'll
It's not healthy
take
to be a scaredy cat.
without getting a second item, though. That's how I got that curse mask.
This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Here I come! Ow! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Man, not these guys. What a waste of time. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's the end of that.
That's a 1%! We can do this. We can do this. We'll hit level 26, and then we'll get our extra Desert Wind, and then we can go get our Mirror unit, and then we can get level 3 Icy Eye Beams. And we'll use that
Not these
to
guys. Watch out, everyone!
farm Johannesburg. Like
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
the town part, and then
This should help us put our skills to the test. Man,
we'll
not these guys.
farm
Watch
the
out, everyone!
Giants and the Death
Courage and
Skeletars
foolhardiness are not the same thing.
last.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. not being misled, are we? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Come on, let's hurry! Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills to the test. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Come on.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This isn't good. Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
So we gotta get, for sure, excuse me. We have to get Death Mask, Dark
Battle after
Vulture,
battle. We've got to get through it.
and Fire Doll in the next area. So yeah, we might leave. We'll leave Gold Mask off if we can.
Man, not these guys.
That might make things incredibly difficult, but
Don't fall behind, okay? Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. This is bad. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. I hope they get what's coming to them. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills to the test. Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's how you get it.
excuse me. Pretty good spawns. Pretty good spawns. Great try so far. Again, we've seen multiple, like 4 lunars
Come on,
already.
let's get moving.
1 meat. Not together, depressingly.
Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky.
Excuse me, nothing that time. It's that easy though. If I just get like 4 good fights in a row, I'm done. It's over.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Are you ready? Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help us put our skills to the test. I'll take you on. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. Watch out, everyone! That's how you get it done.
I think if I got a triple ribbon, I would keep
Don't
it.
fall behind, okay? Watch out, everyone!
Like if I got
Man,
no
not these
beef,
guys.
triple ribbon, I think I might keep it. Quad ribbon,
Come on,
100%.
let's get moving. Not these guys. Watch out, everyone! It's very hot. Be careful. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This is not sitting right with me. Not these guys. This one's tricky. Watch out, everyone! I hope they get what's coming to them. Man, not these guys. Entering battle, everyone. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills to the test. This isn't good. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's how you get it done.
Ugh.
Come on, let's get moving. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Hey, how's it going?
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
Welcome,
It's
welcome.
not the same thing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This should help us put our skills.
I'm doing well. I'm trying to grind out the last enemy I require. The problem is I can only kill so many of them, and I need specific drops. So if I don't get the items I need, I have to quit out and try again. So, a little tedious, but it's the last one in the area, so we're almost done. I hope you're well. It's good to see you. Yeah, no, it's pretty brutal. We need very specific drops, and they're not exactly common. And then on top of that, since I can only kill oh, here they are. Since I can only kill so many of them, I have to make sure I get enough drops. So I'm killing, you know, until I get two good drops from each fight, which is pretty unlikely. We only got hot breath. Oh, hit me. Love a good fun fact. Good to hear. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you
We're not being misled, are we?
actually get fired? Can you do unemployment or anything? Or is it like,
Man, not these guys.
did they pull some shit? Oh.
Hold it! Don't leave me behind!
It sounds like they knew what they were doing and they're letting you go with enough time. Ugh. I am so sorry to hear that.
This one's tricky. Ow! Excuse me, please do not leave me behind. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! What the heck is going on?
Oh, Lord.
I'll take you on. Entering battle, everyone.
I can't even imagine. I had something similar happen years ago when I was in college.
Fine, okay?
But not quite the same. I lost my work-study job at my school. And I was like, what do you mean I can't work here?
Entering battle, everyone.
But totally different. That sucks. That's ridiculous.
Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing. Watch out, everyone!
Ugh.
Just keep coming. This one's tricky.
It's probably not related, but I'm just gonna blame AI anyways. I just like to throw it in there if I can. I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, absolutely. 100%.
This isn't good. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Oh, I was gonna teleport. Let's teleport away from him. Let's try somewhere else real quick. Yeah, no, I can imagine
It's not
that.
the same thing.
Understandably. At least you still have your health. That's the important one.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
My god. I was just reading about, what was it, measles
Don't fall behind, okay?
again? Why? Why is that back? I mean, that's Trump too. Or is that RFK? That's both. It's both. It's literally both.
This one's tricky.
They're both to blame. One and then the other. You know what the craziest part is? Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm glad the guy that was like the last one in an iron lung died, so that he didn't have to know that that shit came back. Can you imagine how devastating it would be to be the last guy in an iron lung, and then find out like, oh yeah, by the way, it's
Courage and
back.
foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help with
Oh
boss
my
goes to the
god,
dead.
how devastating would that be?
Here I come. This one's tricky.
That's crazy. Like, I'm the last one alive. At least nobody will ever have to see what this is like, but I'm gonna do it so people can see what the iron lung was like and how devastating it would be to, you know, have to live like this so other people can, you know, see but not have to experience. And it's like, oh yeah, dude, there's massive outbreaks, by the way. What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't fall behind, okay? Watch out, everyone! Man, not these guys.
The worst part about it is, and I always hate talking about this because usually the people listening already understand and I'm just talking about sad stuff. But the worst part is, it's never the people who are like infected with the horrible disease that are the ones that are like, how do I want to say this? It's always the kids. How do I want to say this exactly? It's always the kids, though. The parents are always vaccinated, and it's like the kids who end up catching the shitty disease because the parents are like, we ain't vaccinating. And it's like, you're getting vaccinated. Like, you piece of shit. I used to hate talking about this. I was a firm believer in the shadow government
This is good.
since like 2014. And now, genuinely, I just don't believe in the government, man. Like, I hate talking about it, but like, I just genuinely don't think any of our votes matter at this point. It sounds so miserable and like, bad, but like, dude, there's just no way. They're literally just trying to distract us from the fact. Yeah, like it's maybe at one point it mattered, but like right now the people in charge are like, it's so corrupt that like, dude, I don't think millions of us matter right now.
That's what you get for tangling with us.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. No, God, again. Oh. There only 2 men instead of 3 men. It's not much better, but you know, I'm trying.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
Was it Katie who helped me with that?
Don't fall behind, okay?
Who helped me with my ads?
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That was a sin.
Or is it all just lunacy? Yeah. Every time I'm lying down.
Man, not these guys. Are you ready? This one's tricky.
Welcome back. But no, I kind of just went full send this year, and like, shadow government's real. Like, all the shit that Trump's done, all the shit that like his lackeys have done, all the shit Elon did the fucking Nazi salute on stage. Like, come on. Everything else that's gone on with fucking Epstein, and then the so like just fucking whoever is now the Jeffrey and Ghislaine, because they just replaced him with someone else. They just replaced him. It's just somebody else. It's just 2 other people from like families we don't know the names of now, because those names are ruined. Those families are now ruined and they're not part of the elite. 2 other people are in charge of everything. You think those wealthy people aren't still having kids delivered to them? You're crazy.
Man, not these guys. This one's tricky.
You're crazy
I hope they get what's coming
if
to
you think those wealthy people still aren't having kids delivered. Crazy.
Man, not these guys. Ow!
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just now we know of one, and it's hot, so now they can't go to it, and they have to go somewhere else. That's literally it's it. But like, genuinely, like,
Not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
one of the other things that's freaked me out this year is like, where are all the Democratic nominees raising up like
We're gonna have trouble
arms
getting through
right now? Like, it's crazy how quiet and reserved they are. It's eerie. Like, this is their moment for the Democratic Party to just come forward and be like, yo, like, this is it. Like, come on, guys.
Popping up like crazy.
Like, yeah, and there's like the no kings and everything like that.
Courage and
But like,
fearlessness are not the same thing.
again, it's wild to me that like AOC and people aren't just like, yeah, no, we're calling for like, I don't even know. It's just like, Again, the FBI was supposed to be investigating that poor woman who disappeared.
The number of beasts keeps
And then
increasing.
it just, like, it just came out that the
Battle
fucking
after
dude
battle.
in
We
charge
couldn't get through it.
was partying at the
fall back, okay?
Olympics and shit.
Man, not
And
these
it's
guys.
just like, yo, I don't know what's happening. I'm about to be eaten by this thing.
Here goes. Ha, those guys were no challenge at all.
Yes! Finally!
It's not healthy to be a
That's
scaredy
not for Civil War in the U.S., by the way. It's not. 2030, great guess. I'm gonna say 28. I'm gonna say 28 for the first state. $15, nice. We're at 15 out of 30, halfway done. Perfect. So again, that's if you're wondering why I'm doing all of this, I need to kill 30 of these things, but I need to not level up too much, because if I level up too much, I'm screwed. So I have to kill 30 of them, but at the same time, I also have to get how many ribbons is it? I need 10 ribbons. And nobody knows how much meat I need because nobody's ever done this before. Now, I used the book to actually count out the ribbons, but the ribbons aren't bug food. So if you look in the bottom right, you'll see the apple. So this is fed to bugs. The ribbons are used on the revelation board, which is this. So I was able to count how many ribbons I actually needed. But again, if you've noticed, the drops are kind of rare.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
So, yeah, no,
What the heck is
that's,
going on?
you know, I stopped talking to my father, because I went to school for
Watch out, everyone.
wildlife resources management back in 2016. And I stopped talking to my dad after he got wasted and started talking it was weird about Trump, which is so crazy to think about. That's so long ago. Or was it, it had to be 2018. It had to be 2018, right? Oh God, what's the timeline on that? Yeah, it have to be 2018, right? I actually can't remember what year it was. But he was so drunk and was like praising Trump and like all the stuff he was gonna do. And then at one point he looked at me. Mind you, I am getting ready to or have graduated with my degree for wildlife resources management. And he looks at me and says, you know, sometimes I think we spend too much on the environment. And I just remember sitting there and thinking like, do you have any idea how awful it is for me to like try and get a job right now already? And now you're telling me we spend too much money on the exact thing I'm trying to do. And like I remember getting a job like for
We're gonna have
a
trouble with
county, like, and this honestly, looking back at it, this is one of my biggest regrets in life. I worked for the county in Ohio. I was actually a county worker. But I left that job because I don't think it was the most depressed I've ever been in my life, but it sent me into the most depressed I'd ever been in my life. But yeah, looking back, I wish I had that job still. I had a 401k started. Oh, I had a 401k started at 22, I think, or 23.
Don't fall behind, okay?
Damn. But
Not these guys.
I was dating. Yeah, life. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I was there. I'd have never pursued my gaming career.
The number of beasts keeps
I
increasing.
never would have. But
Man, not these guys. Are you ready? This is bad.
I was just out of school. and I'd gotten a job at a 1920s historical reenactment farm. So I basically pretended to be a 1920s worker all day, like from the Depression. So like you just sat around all day.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that like,
Man, not these guys.
not that everything happens for a reason, but that, I mean, we have
Battle after battle. We gotta get
the
through it.
right, we have free will, we get to choose. And like, I mean, unless you time travel, you're never choosing something different.
Man, not
Oh, it was so fun, but I was dating the most miserable person I had ever been with, ever. And I was trying my absolute best to save this person, and that was my life lesson. I think a lot of people have to learn that lesson in life, and that was my learning of it. It's one of the hardest lessons you have to learn in life.
popping up like crazy.
And again, not everybody has to learn it, but I learned it. That was my punishment. Yeah.
This one's tricky.
She was an alcoholic who was vitamin D deficient because she worked 1 day a week, night shift, and she just slept in the basement all day. She was like miserable. And I tried. We dated for 8 months, I think. And like by the end of it, I had lost my mind, and like I was just done. I was so done. I had no self-value because like she had convinced me that I was worthless. Because it was like, damn, dude, like we're not gonna be able to do anything because we're broke all the time.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
It was one of those things where like,
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
I don't even know how to describe it. It was like, looking back at it, it just all sounds so crazy.
It's not healthy to be a
But
scared cat. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
that's life. To explain it, yeah, to explain my end of it though, I moved to a new school district every year from like, what was it, kindergarten to first grade was a different school.
Small break.
But that's kind of obvious, but it was different schools. School districts, I should say. And then first grade, second grade, and third grade were all different. And then I finally got to stay after third grade. But she was a year older than me and rode my bus from third to like
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
8th grade. So for like 5 years, she was like the older girl that I always like flirted
This should help us
with,
put our skills to the test.
flirted with on the bus
We're gonna
ride.
have trouble getting through here.
So it was like when I finally got my chance to date her, I was like, this is it. Like this is fate. I was like, oh my god, like after all these years, like we finally meet again. And like I've got like my dream job and you're living here and like, yeah, no, it was absolutely super sweet. And then I learned that she was like drinking several-day-old brandy and Four Locos because she couldn't afford like actual alcohol. So she was getting cheap malt liquor every day. And then she had like $50 in cash and that was it. And she would like make it to the next week.
Watch out, everyone. This is bad.
She was getting nasty.
We're not being misled, are we?
I looked past so much
Man, not these guys.
because again, it was like the cutest backstory ever. She worked in a hospital, so like again, it was like, oh my god, like this is like we're gonna be able to do this. Like I'm working at a
This should help
park,
us put our skills to the
you're
test.
working at the hospital, and then slowly I found out, yeah, like she wasn't partway through her schooling. She had dropped out. Like I still to this day don't know when she dropped out, but she had just dropped out.
That's the end of that.
She had been evicted from her apartment, so she had that on like her credit. Because her roommate just quit paying one day, so they both got evicted. She only worked 1 day a week, so like she had no money. And then this is like way further into the relationship, but one day she was just like, I don't know how like I'm gonna ever be able to pay rent because you can't be trusted to pay rent. And I just remember thinking like, you work 1 day a week, like
This one's tricky.
what, no, what do you mean? But it's just like more and more came out every single day to the point where it was just like, okay, like you're beating me up every day and I can't take this. But like,
That's how you get it done.
it was just like one day I just remember thinking like, you need to get to your shit together, and like, I'm getting ruined over here. And I remember thinking like, okay, wow, how has this happened? And then again, every time I explain the story, it's just like, oh no, that is cute. Yeah, no, absolutely. The worst part is she is like 110% the type to like leech off of another person. So I don't doubt that she's probably found someone who's just like one of those saver types, and she'll ruin them. In 20 years, they'll be the saddest person you'll ever see walking around. And she'll still be miserable.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
But she'll find one. She'll find somebody that just fucking, ugh.
This one's tricky.
And I feel for them. I feel so bad. The worst part is I can probably guess who she has targeted to. No, God, yeah, no. I haven't dated in 8 years, 9 years. I'm kind of good on all that. It's not really a choice. Oh, yeah, no, that would have been... The only way that could have gone well
We're gonna have trouble getting through.
would have been I would have had no choice but to keep my job at the park. And, yeah, I would eventually have left her. Because I come from a family of divorces. So...
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
There ain't no sticking together. So I'd have left her ass instantly.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
There's a lot of young pregnancies in my family.
This is not sitting right with me.
So yeah, I would have not stayed with her, but I would have, yeah, I would have had to kept. No, I would have kept my. No, there's no way. My kid would not only be
Not these
like
guys. This one's tricky.
my pride and joy,
What the heck is going on?
but I have, if I ever have to have a kid, I have specific goals to not have them experience what I had to experience.
We're gonna have trouble getting
Because
through.
I had two parents with
The number of beasts keeps increasing.
ADHD, autism bullshit of like,
Man, not these guys.
what do you mean your tag's bothering you? Just cut it out and shut up. And it's like, what do you mean cut out my tag? And it's like, that's what I do. Just cut out your tag. It's what everybody does. Like, okay, no,
Courage and
no they
foolhardiness
don't.
are not the same thing.
Why are you so mad? Why are you mad that I asked that? And then I find out years later, and it's like, well, because when I would ask my parents about my tags, they'd just get mad at me. And it's like, okay, so you don't think that's weird? Like, let's
This is good.
step back and talk about this. But no, my mom and I work on a lot of things like that, but it's funny because again,
This one's tricky.
I'll realize something in the modern age and I'll talk to her about it, and she's like, what are you talking about? That's normal. It's like, no, people don't do that.
Those guys were
Oh
no
my
challenge at
god, our diets. That's like a big thing in 2026 is people realizing like autism food. Like, oh yeah, you eat the same thing every single day for nearly every meal. Like, yeah, most people don't do that. But there's my mom who's like eating the same meal for 40 something
all. This
years.
is not sitting right with me. not these guys.
I can do it, but I can only go like 2 or 3 months, and then I have to eat something different. But yeah, I'll rotate between 2 meals. I'll eat something for breakfast, and then I'll eat something different for lunch, and then I'll eat whatever I had for breakfast again. But I have, like, every 3 months, max, I have to rotate it. I have to. Yeah, see, and that's like one of those things that, again, like, I realized once I got to college that it was like, okay, so this is not normal.
Man, not these guys.
And then when I moved back in with my mom, I was just like, hey, just so you know, most people don't do this. And she's like, what? Yes, they do. No.
Those guys are not trying to-
Oh. Where's the beef? Yeah, no, it's nice. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, again, like you said, it's destiny, or you know, like I believe you can't change what you're gonna do. Because, like, again, unless you time travel and you distinctly know, like, oh, this is how everything is gonna go. If you just go back in time, you're doing the same thing. There's no way you choose anything different. There's no way.
Let's put our skills to the test.
You made your choices. How are you gonna choose something different?
Oh man, I'm not going.
So, like, I don't really look back at things and think, like, man. But that is one of my regrets, is not keeping that job. But what sucked about the reason I didn't even think twice about quitting that job was it was a bunch of, I don't know how else to describe this, small fish in a small pond. So, like, we were a county park in the smallest county park. And basically, I mean, it was literally only up from there. So, everybody was trying to move their way up through, like, the job ladder. And, like, it was cutthroat. Everybody wanted to get one spot above so you could try to get out of there and get to a bigger park. And here's the kicker. No, absolutely, but here's the kicker. We were not only the smallest park, but we were the most hated park. Because we were founded by the previous park director, who was a woman, so all the new men hated her. And then on top of that, it was founded under a woman's name.
Keeps increasing.
And they were trying to get us, they were trying to close our, like, part of the park so that they would have more money for other parks. It was so fucking annoying. It was awful.
Here goes.
But see, that's the worst part, is we were park rangers. We worked at a park. Well, actually, we were natural historical interpreters. But it's like, we literally, all of us were biologists. So it was just like, yo, this is, like, it actually drove me insane. It actually drove me insane to be around such bigoted people who were all biologists, because it's like, yo, you're supposed to be, like, the most understanding and nice people in this world, and, like, bro, this shit sucks.
This one's tricky.
It just sucked.
That's how you
They actually almost had the park completely destroyed, and then somebody anonymously donated $20,000 to keep the park alive. So, like, they literally just couldn't close it. I'm guessing it had something to do with the family who, you know, donated the fucking acreage for the park in the first place, but it was so cool, though. Like, it was a dream job, but
Man, not these guys.
but, like, it was one of those things where I would have spent my entire life just being looked down on by the
We're
next
gonna have
people.
trouble getting through
I
here.
remember one time, oh my god, this is how bad it was. They would send people over to our park to do work
Man, not these
with
guys.
like
Watch out,
weed
everyone.
eaters and lawnmowers in the middle of the day. And again, mind you, we're a 1920s historical park, so like we can't do any of that.
Come on, let's hurry.
Oh, ads. Okay, I'll wait.
I wonder where this is. Let's stop messing around here. Get moving. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky.
Little bug in my fucking face. It's killing me. This one's like super tiny.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. Man, not these guys. This one's tricky. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! First, take a deep breath.
Welcome back. Yeah, no, it just sucked. It was one of those things where, like, I remember one day we got our whatever review. I can't even remember what it's called. And the guy who came and did our review, at the very end of it, like, I can't even remember how it went, but he bitched about the hardware of the barn being mismatched.
Man, not these guys.
And I remember thinking, like, what do you mean? Like,
Enter in battle, everyone.
thank you for the new sponsorship.
All right, who's next?
All the money I make from Twitch goes to my mom and Jeff. Old Jeff Bozo. But anyways, he was complaining that the hardware of the barn didn't match. And I was like, what do you mean? And like, I literally wouldn't get an answer. And finally, after he left, I like asked my boss. And he was like, no, that's really good. If he was complaining that the hardware didn't match, that means it was nothing we did, and the people that built the barn used bad, like, or like mismatched screws or something like that. And I just remember thinking, like, what? And he was like, yeah. So, like, he had nothing to complain about us. So that's really, really good. And I just remember thinking, like, oh, hell no. So you're telling me if I'm on my best behavior for the rest of my life, I'm still gonna get bitched at because the people who built this barn used different screws? Like, nah, dude. Nah. Is that what you do every month with this guy? It was so weird. It was like, it was my first true instance in corporate ass kissing. And again, looking back at it, I wish I'd have kept the job because, like, that's how corporate ass kissing works. That's just how it works. But I was 22 or whatever, and I was depressed dating a shitty woman that was sucking the life out of me. That I was trying to keep alive, basically. I would agree if, again, it wasn't for the fact that it was wildlife biologists who were also bigoted. So it's like, yo, you're supposed to be, like, the people. Like, I would agree. I was a brown noser in school because I agreed with that. But when I got to the corporate world, it was like, yo, some of these people don't deserve to be ass kissed. Like, some of you people are just evil. And I can't do it. I cannot ass kiss people who are just like genuinely bad. I couldn't. I can't.
What the heck is going on?
I had a manager one time who told me she hated me because I asked how her day was every day. And that's why she made my life miserable.
Enter battle, everyone.
Because I had the audacity to ask how her, or like how she was.
Here goes.
Yeah, she hated me. She fucking hated me. Oh, we got double. I think I'm gonna keep it.
Come on, let's hurry.
Normally I wouldn't keep that, but we got double. Yeah, no, first ever job. I worked at Magic Mountain Fun Center. And, yeah. Now, it could have been more than that. My theory was that she actually hated me because I was dating who, and this is such a deep cut in my life, but I was dating who she thought was going to be the girl that replaced her at that place. And she hated that because she thought I was a low-life nobody. And the fact that I was dating the girl that she was like shaping, yeah, it's such, and that's literally
Put our skills to the test.
over 10 years.
Man, not these guys.
That's 13-year-old drama. But she hated my guts. She hated my guts.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here. First, take a deep breath. Here they come. Watch out, everyone. This one's tricky.
She pushed me to quit my job for my first ever quit. She was trying so hard to enrage me, and then finally I was just like, yo, I'm done. Like,
Watch out, everyone. This one's tricky.
it's like, I'm in high school, and I have other friends who like,
Hey, do you want to come work with me?
Those guys are no challenge at all.
so if you've never heard of Magic Mountain, it's basically a giant arcade, and like there was a playground, and it had bumper boats, and like so I actually don't know who HR would have been, but this was essentially a giant arcade that had been franchised to a single guy as the owner, and he had hired high schoolers to do everything. I don't think half the stuff we did was legal. Genuinely. You could be in high school working to 3 a.m., which was totally illegal, but like, again, it was one of the cool jobs.
We're gonna have trouble getting
It
through.
was one of those things where you didn't complain because, like, again, you might have been 16 years old and you worked go-karts in the summer and all your friends got to do free go-karts.
Not these guys.
And, like, that was... I was laser tagged. My friends could do free laser tag whenever they wanted, which was, like, hot. Although I have to say, all we did was we got free tokens and we just ate these things called, sour geckos, and just imagine like a gummy worm, but it's like a 6-inch gecko. They were huge. Oh my god, but like we'd go in with a bag of tokens and you just try to win as many tickets as you could, and then like pray what manager was on duty, and they would usually just like quadruple your tickets and give you a bunch of geckos.
That's the end of that.
Oh my god, they were so good. They were huge. It was one of those things where, again, like if you got a job there and you came to school with a backpack full of candy, people just liked you. That's how school was, though, and is to this day, I bet, especially in this economy. But no, so the day she pushed me to quitting, I believe it was Ramadan. We were very popular the last day of Ramadan. Or the next day? The last day. Anyways, We had so many people, we were overbooked, and we had parties in the top dining room, which we weren't supposed to, but we did because we were, you know, making money. And she decided she was gonna pull a stunt, and she went out and cleared everybody's tables, and I got ripped by everybody there because they were like, yo, we're a party, we have unlimited food. You did not just throw all of our stuff away. And I was like, no, I didn't. I can assure you I'm not doing extra work. I have no idea where your food is. And I walked into the kitchen and she was standing there and she was like, hey, I just did your job, so you're welcome. And I chewed her out because I had just gotten chewed out. And then she chewed me back out. And I'll never forget this. I have it on Instagram. I can find it. I have a picture of it still. It's on Instagram, but I proceeded to sing He-Man, the Hey 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 song for the rest of my shift, wrote a haiku, and then quit my job.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
I don't even remember what the haiku was. Let's just see. I hate it here. Oh god, how did it go? I can't even remember. It was something like, I hate it here, I quit, ha 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 ha. It was so bad. But it was just like, I don't know how to quit a job. It's like, I've never done this before. I'm gonna write a haiku and just leave and never come back. Oh wait, I'm at 18, I forgot. I gotta change the title. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on?
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This isn't good.
And I said, hey,
not these guys.
Anyways. I like screamed it the whole time.
Don't leave me behind. Popping up like crazy.
It is. Again, mind you, this is like 2013, so like that song was banging back then. Like it's in its heyday.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
Yeah, this had to be 2013, 12, 13.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
But no, and this is another one of those things where it's like I should have kept this job looking back, but I didn't. I proceeded to immediately get a different job at a car wash for $9 an hour in 2013. I know that one was 2013. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I was making $9 an hour in 2013 while still in high school. That was the job I should have kept because they literally... Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. They wanted me to move up the corporate ladder, so... Oh, there's a beef. Excuse me. They wanted me to move up the corporate ladder so bad. They actually, and this is crazy, they were grooming me to be their general manager. But like, I say it in that way because they were trying to trick me. The last general manager was one of my really good friends. I had to stop being friends with him because I watched them abuse him to the point where it was like, bro, like, so not even. They paid this poor man,
This one's tricky.
what did he get paid? I think it was like $15 to $20 an hour salary or something like that as the general manager. Again, mind you, he had, I think, an associate's degree in 2013. So, like, really good. However, to keep this car... It was a car wash. I don't know if I mentioned that. To keep this place going, he was working...
Here goes.
Oh god, I can't even remember how many hours it was. But he ended up making less than I did. It was so bad. He literally grayed. His hair just grayed over the time we worked there. It was sad. It was so bad. And then, like, he just couldn't quit because he was just like, because there was a guy above him, and he was like so excited to get his job because he was like, then all I have to do is you drive from store to store and basically go, how's everything going?
Come on, let's get
Everybody good? Who did deposits today? Okay. And then you drive to the next store, and if you can't make it to all the stores, you do it the next day. And he was like, that's the job. That's the job. Pretty much, but it was like, again, it was one of those things where, like, they very clearly tried to hire from within. So, like, you got hired as a car washer, and then if they liked you as a car washer, you got to be a key holder, which was a supervisor, basically. And you unlocked and closed for the day. And then you got to be a manager, who was like the on-site person. And then general manager was like the guy who ran that store. And then there was the regional manager, I think, who was like the guy who again went from store to store. And that was the one he wanted. Yeah, it was like, it was so easy. It was so easy.
This one's tricky.
I worked there
That's how you.
from 2013 until 2015. And then I remember coming back because it was like, yo, like, okay, hold on. I didn't want to come back here, but my friend was like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave and they need a new manager or general manager, and if you come back, you're definitely getting the general manager spot.
What the heck
And
is
I
going
was
on?
like, hey, the only way I'm doing that is if you're there for, like, me getting trained as general manager and, like, you know, it's not a shit show. Like, don't trap me with something bad. And he was like, I would never do that. Like, I'm getting ready. He was getting ready to go to the police academy, I think. But he was like, no, I'll train you and, like, it'll be all good. You'll get the general manager job. And I was there for maybe 30 minutes, and the car wash, I can't even remember what happened, but it shut down in such a way that I had only, in all my years there, I had only seen it happen one other time. And what essentially happened was you had to shut the car wash down for the entire day. A mechanic would come out to, like, reprogram something, reset the chain, and then, like, you'd get started the next day. And that was always the worst thing to happen because the owners would call and basically be like, hey, you're down thousands of dollars. Like, what's going on up there? And you'd have to explain it to them, and they were never happy. It's just how owners are. But it literally, the first day back, that happened. And I remember just sitting there and, like, thinking, like, oh, there's no way, dude. There's no way this is still a problem after all these years. Like, this shouldn't be happening. Like, this might be a rare issue, but, like, the owners being this obtuse is not wait, where's my friend? And I ended up texting him, and he was just like, yeah, I already quit, so, like, you basically have the general manager job.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
It's just like, no, I'm never coming back here.
Man, not these guys.
Like, no, like, you did not quit because it's still a shit show here. You probably have I never saw him, I never met up with him again. But it was like, dude, you probably have a whole head of gray hair. And, like, I cannot believe you just set me up to, like, walk back into that shit.
Don't fall behind, okay? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
But, yeah, I can't imagine what they probably would just pay me the same pay that I started at. They wouldn't give me
First, take a deep breath.
a pay increase.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
Now, I did have another job that would have definitely given me a pay increase, you know, to keep with inflation.
Popping up like
And they treated me super well. But it was fast food delivery from
This should help us put our skills to the
8
test.
p.m. to 7 a.m.
We're not being being misled, are we?
And I genuinely couldn't do it. I literally was so bad at navigation to finding people's houses on time, and just like,
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
I wake up at like 2 a.m.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
Staying awake from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is like, I have to take naps in the middle of the day. I ruin my sleep schedule completely. Most people do when you work
Battle
like
after
that.
battle.
You can't really be a day person and work night shift.
Watch out, everyone! This is bad.
But that was like honestly the nicest job I ever had.
The monorail
Everybody
keeps
was
increasing.
cool. The owner was
Come on,
cool.
let's hurry.
They paid competitive wages. Not really. You made $5 an hour, but the tips were like so ridiculous that if they paid you more than $5 an hour, like they wouldn't have had cooks. Because the cooks would have been like, "Yo, how much are you making?" That's how good the tips were. It was crazy.
This
It was
should help our
crazy.
skills to the test.
But I just sucked at it.
Not these guys.
I just sucked. I should have been a cook.
Everyone,
I should have just stopped and been a cook.
this one's tricky.
I just couldn't do it. And looking back at it, I think the euro's pretty close to the dollar. I think it's more. It's sad. It's like the Futurama meme. Oh, I made myself sad.
Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. Oh man, I'm a goner. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
Sadly, right now, I can't work if I want to. This is me working. That's why I stream as much as I can, because this is me
Should help us put
working.
our skills to the test.
My mom's dog has such crippling anxiety that he cannot be left alone. I used to be able to leave him in a crate for like 2 hours and like go to like a grocery store or something.
Come on.
But yeah, now that he's older, you can't leave him alone. The last time I left him in his crate, he shook the crate to the
This is
point
good.
where like he was bashing it into walls. He was denting like it was bad. It was a metal crate. He was just bound. Yeah, it was bad. And then one time he actually bounced it sideways and opened the gate on it.
Come on, let's hurry.
And he just got out and he just stress ate a bunch of shit. So to me, no, because we usually have mid-sized dogs. He weighs 70 pounds,
Courage and
but
foolhardiness
to
are
a
not the
lot
same
of
thing.
people, that's a big dog.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Battle after battle. We've gotta get through.
But I've had a dog that weighed 130 pounds, so like, that's a big dog.
That was a cinch.
He is a bulldog. He's 80%, I actually can't remember which one. I think he's 80% American, 20% Old English. So like, he looks just like a pit bull. And then you open his mouth and he has like an Old English bulldog face. I think I'm getting those right. Okay, dang. I don't think I have him anymore.
I wonder where this is.
No. Yeah, I used to have him as an emote. But the pictures I used for George for the emotes were too small. I'd have to get a better picture of his face.
It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat.
You could like barely tell it was
Not these
him.
guys. This one's tricky. This is not sitting right with me.
Alright, so if you're wondering why I took that 3 earlier
I'll take
instead
you
of the other 3, it's because the other 3 was just a meat, and this one we got 2 ribbons,
on. We're gonna have
which is
trouble
definitely
getting
worth it. Did I get a
through.
meat?
Courage and
No,
foolhardiness are not the same thing.
but whatever.
this should help us put our skills to the test. Not these guys. This one's tricky.
Actually, so what'll happen? I'll be at 22.
What the heck is going on?
26.
Not these guys.
Oh, 30. Yeah, it'll work out like perfect.
This one's tricky. That's how you get it.
Welcome back. I swear, I'm only there for the snorkeling. Have you seen, I think it was on Twitter or X, but people found the guy who built, like, the building and everything for Epstein's Island. There was some dude back in, like, 2008 who built everything and just posted random pictures with it, like, hey, yo, check out what I'm making, and had no idea the atrocities he was about to, like,
We're
shelter.
gonna have trouble getting through here.
But yeah, they found, like, some dude, like, had posted with, like, and it's crazy, too, because, like, yeah, it's crazy, too, and the worst part is, like, you can tell that he's just like, yo, like, we're a small-time business, like, check out this custom job we got, we do jobs on the island, and, like, everything's local.
Courage and foolhardy must have the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's, like, it's a crazy post. It's one of those things where it's just, like,
Come on, let's hurry. Man, not these guys.
it's just like, yo, like, again, imagine being the people who helped Holmes build his fucking, like, horror house.
Don't fall behind, okay?
Like, oh my gosh, you guys will never guess. I drove across the country to build this 3-story house that had, like, false stairs, and there was a couple trap doors, and it's gonna be the craziest thing outside the fair. It's just outside the World State Fair. It's crazy. It's gonna be the biggest haunted house ever. And then 10 years later, you find out that you helped create the Mansion of Death.
Entering battle, everyone.
Like, oh, I'm gonna take that off the old resume.
Not these guys.
What was that guy's name? Holmes? Yes! Dude, that's exactly what we're looking for. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. RNG is with us. Blessed be the RNG. What are we at? 22 of 30. Ah! No regrets. I love it. Keep doing it. This is crazy. Okay, so this is actually crazy. We have 7 of these. 7. Oh my god, this is, yo, we're cooking. We're cooking, yo. So you want to know something crazy? In 2018, I and a bunch of friends had made a pact that if we hadn't done or achieved anything in life that was, like, you know, worthwhile, by 2020, we were all gonna move to an island. And then COVID happened, and it was like, we should have done
We're
it.
gonna have trouble getting through here. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys.
I would have killed all 3 of them, though. That's not even an exaggeration. That is one of those things where it's like,
Those guys are no challenge at all.
like, looking back at it, I'd be drinking out of their skulls. I had to cut the tops of their skulls off as little, like, dishes. Only one of them was tolerable in, like, a survival situation. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change anything about, like, my college situation and my roommates.
Man, not these guys. Here I come.
But, like, 2 of them were 110% useless in a survival situation. So, like, on an island
Courage and foolhardiness are not
where,
the
like,
same
all we had was coconuts, crabs,
thing.
and
This should help us
fish,
put our skills to the test.
2 of them would have probably gotten us killed.
Oh, man.
And then the last one that was tolerable his specialty was trees and bugs. Now, mind you, I would never have beaten him in any quiz on trees and bugs. Or like soil or anything like that. But living on an island, he would have been totally useless as well. I absolutely, if I, like, so that would have been the hard, see, this is the thing that's crazy. I would have been the only one doing research. Like, are we moving to an island with crabs we can eat? Or are we all going to be dead in the first week because, like, these are the most parasite-ridden crabs, and that's why nobody's ever eaten them before?
Those guys were no challenge.
And again, after, like, a week of telling them, like, don't eat the purple crabs. And coming back, and there's just, like, a bunch of crab meat, and it's like, no, it's good, dude. And it's like, okay, where are the crab carapaces? What color were the crabs? And it's like, they're the good crabs. You think I don't know what color crabs by now? And then we're all dead. But no, that would have been one of those things. Because when I worked at the farm,
What's going on?
again, it was a 1920s farm. So, like, we did everything without, like, power tools. It was a full working farm with no power tools. So, like, the dream of moving to an island was legit for me. But then it was just like, yo, I'm straight up, like,
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
I'm gonna be alone.
Watch out, everyone! Man, not these guys.
One of the roommates could literally eat 10 pounds of chicken in a sitting. There was no way we were keeping him alive. He would have been eaten. That's not even an exaggeration.
Lay with me. Man, not
And
these
then
guys.
one of them just like... I don't have the strongest stomach, but he fell... How do you even say this? He succumbed
Man, not these guys.
to malnourishment twice within 3
This one's
years.
tricky.
He just wasn't built for it.
That's how you get it done.
Now again, the other roommate, he could have learned how to farm and other stuff very easily, but it would just been him and I then. So like, out of the 4, it would have been 2 of us, but
Man, not
I'm
these guys.
teaching one of them how to survive while we're trying to survive, saving the other 2. Now he was smart. We could have taught him stuff, but yeah, if we ate anything that
We're
wasn't
gonna have
like,
trouble getting through here.
hey, we brought purified water and we're eating like all the supplies that we brought. As soon as we switched to like eating crab and local fish, he would have died. We would have lost him.
This should help us put our skills to the test. Popping up like crazy.
He couldn't do it.
The number of beasts keeps increasing. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
He once, I don't know how many he ate, but he once got like a 4 for 5 deal on Hot Pockets and proceeded to eat nothing but Hot Pockets for a week straight and just literally made himself sick. Just literally made himself sick. He ate nothing but Hot Pockets for days.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
And then just... It was one of those moments where, like, we were trying to figure out, like, we were all concerned for him. Because, like, he went down on the couch and we're like, oh, shit, like... Okay, we've all partied too hard and, like, you know, been the guy who's thrown up. But, like, this is the middle of a Tuesday. You don't... Ugh. This had to be close to his first week, like, living truly on his own, I think.
Come on, let's hurry! Man, not these guys. This is bad!
But... Yeah, he ate nothing but pizza Hot Pockets for every meal for days.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
I can't say I did much better in life,
Not these guys. This one's
but
tricky.
by that point, I was doing much better. My worst ever was I went 7 days without eating food.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
I'm not even embarrassed of it now. But one spring break, I want to say my junior year, so 2011.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! This isn't
You
good.
can't eat too much on Easter or Thanksgiving. It's just it's an allotted amount. Christmas you can,
Man, not these
because you're
guys.
supposed to be
Watch out,
eating
everyone.
cookies.
This one's tricky.
And if you eat too many cookies, you can like literally die. I've tried.
That's how
You usually just pass out before you get there, but there's a light. You can see it. Again, usually the light is just immediately blackened by you passing out, but it's possible. Every year I get super close. The key is you get those frosted cookies, the super nice ones, and you put them in saran wrap and you spin the saran wrap and it puts them into a ball, and then you take that and you hit it and then you condense that and then you spin it again and you eat them as food pellets like you're in Dragon Ball Z, but it's actually just 6 cookies.
This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Watch out,
Don't
everyone.
actually do that. Nobody actually do that.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys.
Oh, speaking of Christmas, there's this brand called Tillamook that has a sugar cookie ice cream. Oh, the milkshakes you can make with it are so
What
good.
was it, Donald?
Oh, that was a good roll. If I lived on an island, I would probably be a big time chicken person. Or like any type of bird, honestly. Chickens, peacocks, turkeys. Because I can't do bugs. I cannot stand bugs. So like a bird that picks at the ground is absolutely a must.
Watch out, everyone. This one's tricky.
Oh, that does introduce a problem. You'd have to do all your own pollination. Or like bring bees. I never even thought about that. Holy shit, you'd have to bring
Courage and
bees.
foolhardiness are not the same thing. This should help us put our skills to the test.
I ain't having flies on my island.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Here they come. Entering battle, everyone. Ow! This is bad.
I'd love to live on an island
Don't
though.
leave me behind.
So long as it's like an island that's not gonna just get destroyed one day by like, you know, a tropical storm, because that'd be terrifying.
Watch out, everyone.
I love the water. I don't like deep water. Oh my god, no. But like island water, like near the beach, oh my god. I love fishing too.
That's how you get it done.
And I hate, this is so crazy. Hate recreational fishing. I love fishing though. Really? Now, that's one of those things I've always wanted to do, but like I'm afraid I would just get murdered for being like a creepy white guy. But I've always wanted to move to those places that are like being abandoned because they're like, hey, the water destroyed the infrastructure, so nobody lives in this town, or like the opposite, where it's like you have to fish to make a living in this town, and they're basically paying people to move there. I've always wanted to do something like that, because like, again, I like fishing. It's just I don't like hurting the fish. But if I have to eat the fish, you gotta kill the fish.
Are not the same thing.
But like, I honestly, I don't speak any other languages. I cannot learn another language. I'm far too stupid. And I would just feel like I'm the creepy white guy moving to a town because it's like, I've got nowhere else to be. But I genuinely would like enjoy learning a new culture and stuff like that, and fishing. But
I'll take you on. Watch out, everyone. This one's tricky.
see, and that makes me hopeful, but again, I just like, I don't know, I feel like I've been beaten down too much to just always think that I'm always like, goddamn, another American moves out here.
That's the end of that.
And then I live in this house with 15 other like 30-year-old American guys who are like, if we're here long enough, they'll let us fish with their ladies. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. That's why I'll never go to Japan. There's so much. I'd love to go to a Pokemon Center or something like that, but like I know I'd just be the white guy in Japan going ramen, ramen, noodles, noodles, please. Oh my! I would be so scared to just talk. I don't do well in cities to begin with. I get super, like, freaked out in any ways. Like, I just shut down. It's too much. I'd have to go to, like, rural Japan. That's another thing. I would love to move to rural Japan where, like, all the houses are, like, structurally good, but they just need, like, the wood replaced. And, like, oh my god, my dad raised me to be a carpenter. So, like, rebuilding a house would be, oh. But again, moving to rural Japan as a white guy in his 30s, they'd just be like,
Excuse me, please do not leave me behind.
I feel like they'd hate me.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
It'd be a dream. Rural Japan would be a dream. Oh my god. It's beautiful. It reminds me so much of, like, Appalachia. Because it's hilly with, like, deciduous trees that they all lose their leaves in the winter. And you get snow.
This isn't good.
And, like, there's, like, a good amount of rain certain times. It reminds me so much of, like, that side of the United States. But, like, it's just totally different. From the outside, it looks similar, and then as soon as you look at it, you're like, what the shit? This is all different. And, like, I don't know. I'd love it.
Not these guys. This one's tricky.
I also just like Japanese architecture, because it has that, like, open floor plan, but everything's shut by, like, walls that you can, like, you could change, rearrange, open.
Not these guys.
I don't know, I just like it. I've only ever been once, but I went to Hawaii one time, and there was, like, a part of the island that was very inspired by Japanese architecture. And it was so cool to see, like, not Japanese architecture, especially, where it was, like, clearly inspired, but, like, not Japanese anymore. And it was just like, yeah, that's me.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
Like, that's so cool.
Come on, let's hurry.
But
Not these guys. Watch out, everyone. What the heck is going on?
Hawaii is intense. I don't think I could ever live in, like, a paradise like that. That's one of those places where, like,
Battle after battle.
I think I would get depression if I wasn't, like, outside every day. And I hit a point where, like, I'm outside too much. Like, again, I went to school for wildlife, like, studies, so we had to go outside every day. And I know that, like, even if I'm, like, doing stuff I enjoy, there's a point where, like, I'm just gonna hang out inside today. And I think if I lived on an island like that, I would have to be like, oh, I gotta go to the beach today. Oh, I gotta hit the Shake Shack.
This one's tricky.
I don't know. Living in the desert, like, it's almost a guilty pleasure. Because when summertime rolls around, you literally get a message on your phone that's like, hey, don't go outside. If you have to be rescued, you will pay X amount of money. Like, don't be an idiot. It's 115 degrees. Don't go outside.
This isn't good.
And it's like, okay. And it's like, you weren't going outside anyways. And it's like, nope, I wasn't. You got me.
This one's tricky.
But in the wintertime, it's like 40 degrees in the morning and then 70 degrees in the afternoon, and it's beautiful. It's not even 40 degrees. It's usually about 50, but sometimes it does get down to the 40s. It snows like every 3 years. I've just bit my lip, sorry. The desert is one of those things that's just like, It's so miserable in the summertime that you're just like, why would you ever live here? And then you see it what it's like in the winter, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know this was real.
We're gonna have trouble getting
But
through
yeah, it's like 50 to 70 degrees
this.
every
This is
single
not a skill
day.
test.
And then like the coldest days of the year are like 40 to 60, which is still so nice. It's just so nice. Because again, mind you, there's not a drop of humidity.
Courage and
So
foolhardy
it's
are not the
like,
same thing.
it's just wonderful.
Man, not these guys.
It's so nice.
Are you ready?
You don't even need a breeze. It's just perfect.
That was a cinch.
And then again, since it's wintertime in the desert, the bugs are all like away. You think like, oh, well, it's 60, 70 degrees. There's still bugs, obviously. But no, since it's the desert, there's no bugs in the wintertime. So like you get to go outside and enjoy yourself. Hiking. That's why the rich people spend their summers in like one state, and then they go to like the desert and the hot states in the wintertime. Because they're just nice. Like the unbearable states in the summertime are just so nice in the
Don't
winter.
fall behind, okay?
But I live here all year round.
Man, not these
The one
guys.
thing I've learned, yeah, humidity's awful, and that's what I've learned. That whole saying like it's a dry heat. It's annoying, but it's so true. The first time you ever experience like 4 or 5% humidity, you're just like, oh,
Watch out, everyone.
oh, what? Yep, no bugs. Now, I will say, you'll know the second spring's coming because the bugs start emerging, and you're just like, it's dreadful. Because you'll just be like,
It's not
sitting
healthy
there
to
one
stare
day, and then just like, a fly will appear, or like a spider or something. So, there is no second spring here. Second spring is essentially real spring. You'll get like a fake spring where it's like warm and you're like, yes, winter's over. And then winter comes back. But there is no second spring in the desert. Second spring in the desert is just
at. We're not being
summer.
misled, are we?
Yeah, that.
Everyone, this one's tricky.
But in the desert, you'll get like spring and you're like, oh, it's spring. And then like in 2 days, it's over and you're like, oh, that was okay. Okay, that wasn't real spring. And then like all of a sudden it'll get warm again and you're like, okay, this is real spring. And then it's 99 degrees and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Which literally just happened. It was 100 something the other
We're gonna
day.
have trouble getting through here.
It was not even, I'm not even exaggerating.
Courage
It's
and foolhardy
already
are not the
hitting
same
100
thing. Man, not
degrees.
these guys. Go on, let's get going. Are you ready?
Already? That seems crazy. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, stream's almost over.
Ah, a small break. This is not sitting right with me. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone. Popping up like crazy. The number of beasts keeps increasing.
Well, we didn't catch up, but we almost did. We literally almost caught
This
up.
should help
It's
us put our
pretty,
skills to the test.
it's pretty close.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone. What the heck is going on? Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone. We're gonna have trouble getting through here. Courage and foolhardy are
So,
not the
2
same
more
thing.
fights,
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
and we'll be done.
Battle after battle. We've got to get through it.
And,
Just keep coming.
yeah, this
one's
turned out
tricky.
crazy. I can't, that turned around. The fact that, yeah, we got 2 of them there at the end, that was a big turnaround.
Don't fall behind, okay? Here they come. Watch out, everyone! This is bad.
Kind of wild, but
The number of beasts keeps increasing. I'll take you on. Watch out, everyone! This one's tricky. That's how you get it.
But yeah, we need 8 more Killer Mish. Which comes in groups of 4. Actually, they come in groups of 3. There's potential for... Oh my god, what an upset. Oh my god, they do come in groups of 3. There's a potential to need 3 more groups of them. But, best case, 2 groups. Worst case, 3 groups. And we need ribbons and meat.
What the heck is going on?
Also necklace. We need 1 more necklace, I think. So, we gotta farm those, and then we can move on to Johannesburg.
Are not the same thing.
And again, once we get started in Johannesburg, we'll be caught up to where I restarted from.
Not these guys. Watch out,
But we'll be way ahead because we farmed much more efficiently. Because not only did I skip fighting scorpions
it's not healthy to be a
and
scaredy cat.
Lord Bees, but I swapped out worms
Not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
and who else? I can't remember.
Come on, let's get moving.
But I did things a lot better this time. So, once I'm caught up
Not
level-wise,
these guys. Entering battle, everyone.
I'll actually be ahead of where we were. But I still wasn't done, so it's like once I'm caught up, we still have a lot to do.
This is good. Man, not
But
these guys.
once I'm caught
This one's
up,
tricky.
we're in the home stretch. Because I only had like 3 or 4 items. No, 3 or 4 enemies left to go.
The number of beasts keeps
But
increasing.
like 6 or 7 items left to farm. But
Not these
again, you
guys.
can only get
Watch out, everyone!
you can only get so many items per fight. You can try to get 1 item per enemy, but
Now, this should
like
help us put our skills to the test.
in all the time I've spent doing this, which is probably close to I don't
Courage and
know,
foolhardiness are not
10
the
or
same thing.
15 hours grinding. That's not even an exaggeration. 10 to 15 hours grinding. I have never seen a triple drop. Now, I've seen 2 of one item, 1 of another, but I've never seen 3 of the same rare item drop. I have seen 3 of an item drop. Welcome back, welcome back. I was just talking about how I shockingly made almost all the progress I wanted to make. I was kind of like, you know, hyping myself up. Like, you know what? I'm going to catch back up to where I was when I reset. Because I was trying to grind a super rare item. And I told myself if I got that super rare item, I was going to be depressed that I didn't try harder earlier.
That was a cinch.
So I reset so I could try harder. Because the whole problem is nobody's ever done what I'm doing. So there's a chance that like I don't even have enough loot to feed the bugs that I need to recruit to fight in the Insectatron, which is a bunch of nonsense. So there's a chance that I have to actually grind more. The 3DS had a lot of games that were bangers that like I missed out on, and I'm kind of sad. Dragon Quest VIII is the one I always recommend to people.
Man, not these guys. This one's tricky.
Which Zelda? Oh, there's probably only
We're gonna
one.
have trouble getting through here.
Nice.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the
Probably
same thing.
Majora's Mask.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
If you have the ability to, well, yeah, if you have the ability to emulate or
Watch out, everyone!
play the European version of Dragon Quest VIII, absolutely that. That's always going to be my
This is good.
recommendation. The US version of Dragon Quest VIII is like $130, but I think the European version's like a normal price.
Watch out, everyone!
Dragon Quest VIII is the greatest 3DS game of all time.
Don't fall behind, okay?
I will literally fight that like to the end of the day, which is
What the heck is going
12
on?
minutes from now.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
The only thing it doesn't have is fishing. It would be the greatest game of all time if it had fishing.
First, take a deep breath. Man,
Yeah, so it was the art's done by the guy who made Dragon Ball Z, Akira
Now,
Toriyama,
this should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys.
and then it was made by Level 5, the people who make Dark Cloud. So like they did the engine, and then Tori Hori, is that the guy's fucking name?
Man, not these guys.
Made the Dragon Quest franchise, the game.
Battle after battle. We gotta get through it.
It's amazing. And if you can mod, I don't know how that works exactly. They'd be smarter than me. But if you can get the DLC stuff with it too, oh my god, it's so good. But like there was a lot of DLC stuff for it that was like, be at 7-Eleven March 2nd in 2015.
Hold it! Don't leave me behind! First, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
It's such a good game. It's a PS2 game that was remastered to have more content, and then they put it on a 3DS for some reason.
Now, this should help
So
us
like
put our
it's
skills
a
to the test.
full-length PS2 game with extra content. So yeah, it's basically like it's
Watch out, everyone!
oh nice. It's like a Zelda game where like they took a full console-length game and put it on a DS.
We're not being misled, are we?
But I personally am a turn-based RPG fan. I like a good turn-based RPG. I know not everybody does.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
But I think Dragon Quest does it the best.
This one's tricky.
Well, besides Pokemon. I've never fished in Zelda,
Gotta get through it.
but it doesn't look like it's one of those games that strikes me as like they actually made a fishing mini game. It just seems like they made like a mini game and it's fishing. Like it's just one of those mini games where it's like click. It's just a quick time event. It just has fishing as a skin. That's why I like Dark Cloud 2 so much. Like fishing's actually like a mini game.
Watch out, everyone!
There's like balancing the rod, going left and right, and all that stuff. Not to mention leveling up your rod and stuff.
We're gonna have trouble.
That's why I think Sea Fantasy is the best fishing game of all time, though. Because it's just straight up fishing, but like it's good. It's fishing boss fights and everything. But I am mad at the devs of that game, so I refuse to play it.
Popping up like crazy. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
When they updated the game for Switch, they added load screens, and that added like 20 seconds to my speed run.
Those guys
Oh.
don't challenge at all.
So close. Again, Lunar Ribbon and Primeval Beef are the two items we have to see. Oh. And shockingly, we're at 22 of 30. I know it's crazy that it's like you're like, wait, Lunar Ribbon and Primeval Beef. So you have to see a 4% drop and a 2% drop?
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch out, everyone!
But we're almost done.
Man, not these guys.
It's taken a while, but we're almost there. Thanks for being here, by the way. Yeah, and it has to be the same fight too. So it's a lot of hoops. We've done that for every single fight as well. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're here and having fun. I'm having fun
Don't fall behind, okay?
and glad you're here as well.
Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! That's what you get for trying to-
Oh, there's the ribbon. We needed the meat. Needed the meat. I was in Crow's stream for a minute last night, for literally a minute. Just a minute. they've been doing VR chat not a lot, but pretty much all the times that I've been free. And as much as I love hanging out in Crow's streams, I have no idea what is going on in VR chat ever. I don't know if I hate VR chat. I just genuinely don't know what's happening. Like, I joined yesterday, and Crow was just literally Spider-Manning around, like, a heavenscape of trees with, like, a 200-foot Spider-Man slingshot. It was weird. But it was just like, it's like, what is this? It's like, I'm sure this is, like, pure dopamine if it's what you want to do, where you're just like, you know what, I just want to swing around in VR chat. But it was just one of those things where it's like, I don't know what's happening. And then, like, Crow left and then immediately went into, like, a tree house where it was raining, and it's like, okay, this is relaxing, but it's like, what do you do now?
What the heck is going on?
It's like, it's like, I don't think I'm built for this. Like, I think I would be playing games inside of VR chat. And then it's just like, why am I not just playing games? Yeah, I think I would be playing games in VR chat, but like, I'd probably just end up playing games. Because it's like, man, the latency is bad. I can't get good, That I don't actually know about. I have played VR once and I got motion sickness, so like I might not even be able to do it first and foremost. Like, I've always wanted to try Beat Saber, but there's like a chance I wouldn't even be able to do it.
Crazy. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
Oh, like just watching? Because like the screen shaking, I can see that. I thankfully don't get that.
Battle after battle. We gotta get through it. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone.
Did you buy a VR headset and now you can't return it?
Come on, let's hurry. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone. This isn't good. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone. Uh-oh, not good.
Oh no, I'd be so sick. I couldn't do it. They'd have to just take my money.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
Here they come. Watch out, everyone. This one's tricky. This should help us put our
Yeah, I'd have to.
popping up like
Oh
crazy.
my god, I'd have to.
The number of beasts keeps increasing.
Man, not these guys.
Watch out, everyone.
I went on one roller coaster ever. Technically two,
We gotta get
but one of them, I actually remember getting made fun of because I said, I don't even remember the name of it was anymore, but I said it was my favorite roller coaster at Cedar Point one year, and everybody made fun of me because they're like, that's not even a real roller coaster.
It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat.
And I remember like riding it multiple times and thinking like, that was so much fun. And then I rode my first real roller coaster, and I remember being so freaked out and sick that it was just like, never again. Never again. I can't even remember the name of the one I liked because I remember getting made fun of for it, and I never rode it again.
Man, not these guys.
Because it was like, I'm not going to be called a baby. It's like, I'd rather just say I don't like roller coasters than be called a baby for liking one.
That's what you get for tangling with us.
Yeah, I can't even remember. Oh, my phone's all the way over there. I can't even remember the name of it. There was this one, I can't remember what the difference was. I'll have to try and see if I can find it. Because with how big Cedar Point is, I'd be shocked if they didn't have like a way to online watch their coasters. But I remember really liking this one, and then just, yeah, everybody fucking reamed me for never riding a real roller coaster. And then I went back and rode like an actual roller coaster, and I just remember thinking like the whole time, like, we're gonna fly off this thing. We're gonna fly off this thing, die, and like I didn't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. And then like I remember getting off the thing and just like it ruined the whole trip. Yeah. I was traumatized. I literally just I don't know if this is related because I was scared of them or what, but truthfully for me, I just go for the food. The funnel cakes, the elephant ears, the fries with vinegar. Oh my god. And just I'll walk around for like 10 hours to burn the calories to eat the food and just enjoy myself. And like, again, I don't know if it's because I was afraid of the coasters, but like, I don't mind. Because like, you just walk from spot to spot eating. I love it.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
Man, not these guys.
Watch out, everyone! Oh, how pitiful.
Oh, dang.
This should help us put our skills to the test. What the heck is going on?
Infections are something that scare the shit out of me. I've always been pretty careful about that. Except for one point in my life where I was like, oh, I don't wear shoes. And I look back at that with such cringe. I look back at that with such cringe. I 100% agree with you, but I have to say it's probably my favorite food on the planet. I literally have such a weakness. During COVID, this, like, they were probably, I have no idea what family they were from. They said they owned carnival stuff, but, like, when you looked at these two people, you were like, nah. Like, you have, like, family money. Like, you guys don't work at a carnival. You own the fairgrounds or something like that. But during COVID, like the very like hardcore part of COVID, our town had like a curfew that you could go out during. And during like the daylight hours, they opened like several fair foods. And I would just go down and eat fair food all day, and it was like, oh my god, they had deep fried Oreos and stuff.
Are not the same thing.
This should help us put our skills to the test. Man, not these guys.
Watch out, everyone! Don't fall behind, okay?
Oh yeah, wet hair. Ugh.
Man, not these guys.
Watch out, everyone!
They're one of those foods that I won't say is better deep fried,
Trouble getting through here.
but like, I mean, they're good. They're so good. They're just so.
Sitting right with me.
They're as soft as a dunked Oreo in milk, except it's breaded. So like, you're getting that soft Oreo experience,
Those guys are no challenge at all.
but with like, again, a nice breading instead. I can't even imagine a deep fried Oreo with milk. I don't even, I actually don't need to think about that. I think the only food I've ever had that I didn't like deep fried was mushrooms. They were just too greasy. I don't think a mushroom should be deep fried. I don't think they were bad. I just think they were too greasy.
We're not being misled, are we?
Man, not these guys.
Watch out, everyone!
I am an avid mushroom lover, so can't agree, but I can respect it. I can respect it. Strangely, there's not much I won't eat now because of pizza. Again, I went to wildlife school, so like a lot of unique taste palettes. And I'm gonna be real with you, showing up to someone's house and they've got pizzas set out, and it's just like, I'm eating that. Because that was like a big rule, was like when you went to someone's house, they usually had their food, and they didn't really... I mean, that was like the thing. People always made like an effort to think of others, but it was also one of those things where it's just like you don't change what you're eating for other people because it's like you made that food for everybody, so it's like
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
the rules.
This should help us put our skills to the test.
And yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
It's not healthy to be a scaredy cat. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
My mom interestingly loves foods that are typically cooked with squash, but she hates squash and like
What the heck is going on?
eggplants. But it's so funny because all the time she'll like ask for a recipe and show it to me. And I'm like, you hate squash. And she's like, what? Oh, yeah, no, never mind.
Excuse me, please do not leave me behind. Come on, let's hurry. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone!
All right, come on. Let me get one more shot.
Courage and foolhardiness are not the same thing.
All right, so how did it finish off? We got 15 of these. 7, oh my god, dude, we got so much done today.
This is not sitting right with me.
I actually wasn't the biggest one, but I worked at a calzone place. I can't even remember the name of the calzone, but they had a calzone that had eggplant in it, and it was actually really, really eggplant parm.
We're gonna have trouble getting through here.
It was really good.
The number of beasts keeps increasing. I hope they get what's coming to them. Man, not these guys. Watch out, everyone! Piece of cake.
Oh, so close. I might go for another 2, honestly. YouTube, I'm gonna end it here though.